just now when the students have gone back to university and college. There's so many events. People like promoters are promoting all these events where they're luring vulnerable people, maybe want to try it, maybe want to do that. So, you know, obviously from ourselves, some of us have been there, all three of us have been there before. You know, we've come from that background where we've been out there, we've tried these things, we've seen what goes on in the world. And then all the brothers today, we're going to be discussing what goes on and what they've seen, what they think that should happen, and how Sikh youth tackle these issues, how Sikh youth try and prevent these, prevent and provide solutions for these sorts of events and whatnot that goes on in the community. Try and keep our people in positive sangat and away from them dangers and those, you know, those vulnerable positions that you can put yourself in while you're drunk, while you're intoxicated, while you've used drugs or anything like any narcotics or any sort, be it legal highs or illegal highs. Either way, there's a lot that goes on and people face in their houses. So I'm going to go to the panel. I'm going to speak to Gurkamal Singh and Cam. Obviously, you do a lot of seva with Sikh Youth UK. You've been there from day dot. You've been there from the start. You know, as your role today, and you know, therefore, you speak about and you speak to many cases. You know, so just tell the viewers and the sangat out there, you know, what sort of things you see, and you know, how the hal is in these families. Some of the families, you know, a lot of these people just start socially using. You know, they start doing it socially at weddings within their families. Garage. You don't know, you know, where it could lead them. So just let the Sangat know what you see and what goes on.
Hanji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Yeah, as Dipa said, previously we've all come from them backgrounds. I personally never drank or smoked in my life, but I've been around people and we used to go out, especially college times and university times, because a lot of the time you get peer pressure from the people around you, your friends and so on, and that's the main thing that you need to watch out for. Like Dipa was saying, it can just start off with a drop and then you start taking it further, and before you know it becomes an addiction. And this is what you need to survive from, is it become an addiction, because when it gets that far, it can be so difficult to get off. With a couple of cases that I've been speaking to have got this addiction with alcohol, it just shows and represents what they go through and what they put their families through. That's the ripple effect it has. That's what they need to look at, is they're not just affecting themselves and their bodies and what it's going to do to their liver in the long run. It's what it does to their family, what their mom, their dads, their brothers, their sisters, kids, what they all go through. And it gets to a certain extent. If you can admit you got that addiction, that's the first step. If you admit that you've got that addiction, that's when you can start resolving it. But until you know you've got that addiction and that it's controlling you, you can't get away from it. And it's got you bound, it holds you by the neck.
The issues a lot of people face is that first step is to, you know, break that barrier. I've got an issue, I need to deal with it.
That's right.
You know, like as Punjabis, there's a lot of pride, isn't there? And you know, in the Punjabi families, Punjabi Sikh families, where we have a lot of pride, where we like, no, I haven't got an issue. Or the parents, there'll be a lot of denial. No, mera munda to theek hai. And there's a lot of covering up,
of course,
brushing under the carpet.
Yeah.
So you know, you've been in houses where people do this. It's not just boys. We're not just focusing on the boys here. Saad Sangat Ji, the hal out there is not just our boys doing it. Yeah, our girls doing it. Just as much as on the boys' tables at weddings there's alcohol, on the girls' tables there's alcohol. You know, just as much as the boys are using drugs in the toilets and whatnot, so are the girls.
That's right.
Believe me, you know, beforehand, before I become a Saint, I've seen the hal, what happened. I personally came from that background, so I know exactly what goes on, Hannah. And yourself, Cam, you've been to family functions and whatnot, you've been there. How do you see, you know, like some family members now, before, how they used to see you and they see you now?
The change is massive. Just that when you take on the life of a Gursikh, not obviously we're all on our own levels and we're all going towards our Guru. But the change when you go towards Sikhi, one Sakhi that I wanted to bring up was with regards to Babar, when Babar asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji and they brought wine, and he told Guru Nanak Dev Ji to taste this wine, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji's reply was, how long does this wine last? How long would the nasha stay on me for? And Babar said, by morning it'll be gone, and then you'll have to take some again to have that nasha. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji's response to Babar was, have the naam, have the nasha of naam, which never go. It will never fade away. So that's what we need to go for. Coming back to going clubbing and seeing all the boys on it, it's one thing with the, you know, with regards to the girls as well. Before, I don't think, especially at wedding functions, it didn't used to be that bad with girl side. Girls used to sit on their side and the boys used to sit on their side. Going really back in the day, girls didn't really go to the weddings. No. Bande jande hunde si. Now, like you're saying, Dippe, you get sharab on the table for the girls as well. And it just shows the state that we're going in. We're going away from our Guru. We need to focus on our Guru, because you have to think about not just this life, you need to think about your next life. You don't want to be coming back in that charasi. And that's what we need to save ourselves from.
We're creating these environments and giving our sons, daughters, brothers and sisters that green light to, you know, use these things. We're promoting it in as such. Some weddings are costing like 40,000, 50,000 pounds, 100,000 pounds, some weddings.
100,000 pounds the other day?
Yeah, and they're spending this much on functions, you know, whereas we look as a community, the hall we're in, and we're just paying for a wedding industry. These wedding industries, half of them aren't even up on it, and they're cashing in on our, you know, issues, our, you know, needs as in such. And, you know, we're sitting here, you know, without a country, you know, as God says, without, you know, without centres to support our people,
of course,
without even houses and safe houses to provide for our sisters, our izzat.
That's right.
That's our future. But we've got £100,000 to give away.
But then that comes down to the pride.
On alcohol, sharab, nasha pani, which is really bad in my eyes anyway. Now, when you look at it and focus, that's what's going on right now. But we don't want to lose our brothers and sisters who are in that environment. What we want to do is engage them, bring them in, and explain, look, what need is there out there? How can we keep promoting it? What does Maharaj says? I'm going to go to Amandeep Singh. Maharaj says in one of his hukam, in one of his hukams, 52 hukams, in one of his Maharaj, Sri Guru Gobind Singh's hukams, he talks about alcohol, nashe, and promoting it as in such. You know, it's just as bad giving someone alcohol as it is using it yourself. So I'm going to bring Amandeep Singh into the show now. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
हम अवगुण परे एक गुण नाही अमृत शाड बिखै बिख खाई माया मोह भरम पै भूले सुत दारा स्यों प्रीत लगाई एक उत्तम पंथ सुनियो गुर संगत तेह मिलंत जम त्रास मिटाई एक अरदास पाठ की रत की Guru Ramdas Rakho Saranai. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. First of all, thanks to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, thanks to Sikh channel for giving the youth a platform, thanks to Deepa Paji and Guru Kamal Singh. We just let the Sangat know that watching across the world, Das is nothing. We feel blessed to sit next to Gurumukhs like these. What you're seeing is not just people talking that they care about the Panth, that they care about the brothers and sisters. We've seen these guys put their life on the line, put their entire education that they spent, they put that on the line. They've been to court cases. Why? To protect our brothers and sisters, to protect the families. Deepa Paji walks on the path of those shaheeds, walks on the path of that the forefathers have laid for us and told us how to protect our honor. We know that these things, Guru Kamal Singh come, these guys go into the streets and they don't just defend Sikh sisters, they defend Musliman Pana. Our Muslim sisters, there's been cases on the Facebook page, you can check out on the CQ's page. There's plenty of good things that happen behind the scenes, our Christian, Hindu sisters. Or those who don't even believe in God, these guys are out on the street. So thanks for giving us the opportunity to sit with you guys. I feel blessed, it's an honor, it's a privilege. Now the problem that we've just heard about, alcohol and drugs, the Pankti that you've just heard, Guru Sahib Ji is the answer to everything. Maharaj has prescribed, described, explained everything in this deep doctrine and philosophy. Everything that's happened is yet to happen in this Shabad. And as Paji said, the problem, both of the Paji, Kam and Deepa Paji said, that it's about self-realization, realizing we've got a mistake and owing up to it. That's the first Pankti of the Shabad. Hum avgun pare ek gun nahi, amrit shad bikhai bikh khai. The Gursikh, the part is saying to Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji Maharaj, at Sri Amritsar Sahib, Hum avgun pare, I am full of bad attributes. Maharaj, ek gun nahi. The first thing that happened was the admitting. that Maharaj, my food, my drink, this is the ardas that we should be doing to solve ourselves from alcohol and drugs. Maharaj, our thoughts about calm, lust, emotional attachment, anger, jealousy, greed, all of these things are of guns. Ek gun nahi. We haven't got one positive attribute, Maharaj. Amrit shad, bika bikakai. We've given away that thing that we should be eating and drinking. We've given away that naam, that bani. We've given away the amrit which the Panj Pyare give. Even though we've been born into families of Gur Sikhs, Nanak, Namaliva, Sangata, but still we don't even have a thought in our mind that one day we want to become Amritari, we want to become Khalse. We forgot our Father, what He did for us. Bik hai, bik khahi. What do? We eat poison. We eat poison in the mind. Oh, that person did this, she did that. We listen to bad things, we think bad thoughts about lust and calm. We listen to these songs about sharaba. The songs are there saying, Achak botal daru di. The songs are saying, Mitra di motrate. These songs are going to take us away from Guru Sahib Ji. But when we listen to Guru Ram Das Sahib Ji, when we listen to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, it will take us straight to the Guru's feet, take us straight to Sachkhand. Amrit shad, bikha, bikakhai. What are we doing? We're eating poison. We're drinking the sharab, these drugs, these tobacco. What should we be eating? What should we be drinking? The Amrit with the Guru Gobind Singh gave to us in 1699. I mean, no time is ticking. Guru Sahib Ji says in the Shabad, Maya moho parama pa pule. That our mind is connected to Maya, this illusion of the world. What is the illusion? We've all been to university, Maharaj the Kirpa, now we've never had drugs or alcohol due to Guruji's Kirpa and upbringing.
We've got a caller, Mandeep.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
We've got a quick caller, so there's a text number at the bottom as well, so just text your thoughts to the caller. So we're going to introduce, there's a phone call on the line. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Hi, Panji. Could you say your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Papinder Kaur. I'm calling from Birmingham.
Okay, what would you like to say today regarding the show? We're talking about alcohol and drugs and, you know, how did this show engage you?
Yeah, just that my husband was in the alcohol and drug addiction himself, and it went on for about 17, 18 years. And, you know, we had 2 children and 2 boys, and everything was just going downhill because of his addiction. And up until, you know, my husband started going to Guru Nanak Gurdwara, which was in Smethwick, and he found really good Sangat there, which was yourself, the Babaji. And what we did is he started going there, so they sort of introduced him to different things and, you know, into Seva, got him into going to Gurdwara, coming every Friday to forums. From there, gradually, he started, you know, finding a sort of a platform to, you know, like to just engage with the Sangat and, you know, a good Sangat that he was trying to find, but he couldn't find here.
How long was Baji using, if you'd like to tell the Sangat, if you could?
Well, it was well before, you know, like well before I think we got married as well. But he was sort of, he was using for years and years. It was like gradually went to one thing to another, everything led to another, like from alcohol to the, you know, the A-class drugs. And it was terrible because it was just either I had to think about the boys or had to think either I'm going to have to leave and just take them away from it, or either I did ardas to Maharaj, and you know what, they actually introduced us to Sikh Youth UK. And, you know, from that, I can't explain how much they've helped. You know, thank Maharaj for sending these kind of sevadas here for us to help us, because drugs and alcohol is a very, very big issue, and no one wants to talk about it, no one wants to help anyone. But these boys, I remember, you know, they're my brothers, and they used to come out to see my family, talk to us, you know, like counsel us at the same time. And with Maharaj Kirpa, my husband has actually taken Amrit the last Vasaki, so...
Bole Soneal!
And I can't thank Maharaj enough, and I hope one day we all get blessed with that Amrit. But at the moment, and he's Sikh Youth UK, I can't, you know, like whoever's got a problem, please come forward. Don't, and reach out to them, because they will help you. So if anyone's got any issues, any problems, you have to phone them because they will come out. It doesn't matter what time of the day, what time of... You know what, I used to cry. I used to phone him about 3 in the morning sometimes, and my brothers used to be outside my doorstep just to sit and talk to us. So, you know what, and they've also got him into doing voluntary work, and now he's got a stable job, you know, earning good money. He's a good Sikh, so what more can I ask for? I'm the happiest woman on earth, I think, at the moment. So, thank you, Baji.
No, thank you for your call. If there are any last messages you would like to say to the viewers or Sangat, or to the organisations as in such, or anything, any last messages out there to the viewers before we cut the call?
I would like to say, please, if you have any problems, like I said before, you have to bring it out in the open and talk about it. Don't lock yourself up and just, like I used to do that. But now I'm so strong with Maharaj Girbar and these brothers that I've got around me that I can actually go out and I can face the world and I can speak about these things. I mean, we try to help them on the stools as well. So please, if you've got any seva that you would like to help them with, any donations, anything through the charity, come forward and just give them a call. Sikh Youth UK. That's what I could just say. So thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa.
Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Guys, you've just heard one of the callers. Obviously, that's one of the cases. Obviously, Cam, you know, and Amandeep, obviously, a lot of unseen work goes on out in the community people don't know of. You know, like Benji said, Sangat, text your thoughts about the call, text your thoughts about what the Singhs are saying on the panel, text your thoughts about the project, what kind of shows you want us to do on the Sikh channel each and every week. Look at the feedback from the Sangat and the viewers out there. Like, we're getting, you know, Benji's ringing in about how the organisation and the team have helped her husband get away from Nashe, Class A drugs. Like, let's talk about Class A drugs, guys. You know, how difficult is it when you see an addict who's on heroin, say they're roaming around the streets looking to raise money for their next fix, or be it when they were in clubs like myself. I used to go out clubbing. I used to use drugs myself many years ago, and you know, before I found the Sangat. And Sikhi is the only way that saved my life. I've tried all the centres, the rehabs, you know, going in and out of prison, and I'm not shy to say it, because like Benji said, you have to speak out to get the truth and get to the bottom of the matter. If you don't speak about it, nobody can support you. So you need to know what goes on out in the community. You need to know that people in their houses, when someone's in trouble or they're in need, don't kick them. You know, don't kick them while they're down. Pick them up, you know. That's what Sikhi is about. Sikhi saves lives. If you act like a good Sikh, a true good Sikh, you would help your brothers and sisters. Then if you help your brothers and sisters, you can help your next door neighbours. Yeah? Then you can help further. Let's look after our pant and let the pant grow. If we make our pant strong, then we can get, we can help other communities and show the likes of how Pai Kanaya was helping everyone, you know. But we need to make ourselves strong first, and that's the key. We've come from these backgrounds of Class A, drugs, drink, alcohol. I've been there. We know what goes on. You know, like now, from the prison campaigns we do, Cam, and from the project, like we go and try and support the prisoners inside to show them that there is Hansla, there is hope. Give them Hansla, but show them there is hope. Huh? So, you know, guys, give your views and thoughts from that.
Go on, Amandeep.
Amandeep Singh?
So, as we were saying just before about the hope, there is hope. We just complete the Shabad that we were just referring to. Satguru Sahib Ji says, Maya moho parama pahe pule sutadara syon preet lagai. That in this illusion, in this false world that we attach to, what to do? Why do people go? Paji, you've been to many cases, you would be aware. Why do many people do drugs and alcohol? Because of the Sangat that as you explained before. Because what they see on TV, they think it's cool. But Mara said this is an illusion. We pule hoye. Sutadara syon preet lagai. And we attach to our families, our friends, our husbands and wives. And then Satguru Sahib says there is a hope. There's one way out. As this, we're sitting here today talking about alcohol and drugs. We have to find that way out. As you found that way out, Paji, you've shared your story. Guru Sahib is telling us the way out. Ek uttam panth sunyo Guru Sangat teh milant jam tras mitai. There's one panth, and that's the message of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's panth. By following this, our fears of the messengers of death, our fears of all of these dark things in life, alcohol issues, drug issue, all of the things are destroyed. we should do an ardas. So if you're sitting at home, as Paji says, the first thing you do is recognize the problem. Hum avgun pare ek gun nahi, amrit shad bikha bikkhai. That we've got a problem. We're not following Guruji's path. We are caught up in these addictions, and this is ruining our family. We'll come on to that later on. And the last pankti Guruji says, Ek ardas paat ki rat ki, Guru Ramdas rakho saranai. That do one ardas, Guru Ramdas rakho saranai. Hey Satguru Sahib Ji, save me, I've come to your house. Because I've come to your darbar, now you've got to save me, you've got to transform me. As Pai Sahib said, that when you start following Guruji's path, you come to the Sangat, Guru Sangat Kini Khalsa Manmukhi Dehela. When we do that Sangat, we can be transformed.
Of course, and as Benji just said on the phone, the transformation of her husband, what she used to go for, I remember like when she used to talk to us and say what she was going through, like rearranging the cupboards just because of, you know, what stresses she was under. She would do the same thing repetitively and things like that. And, you know, reforming and transformation, Baji, from, it's like gutter to God, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it's like. So for someone to be on Class A drugs one year and the next year to be Amrataris, coming into the Sangat, you know, like Cam goes to cases, then they come to the Sangat, the events like the weekly Monday Simran at Smede, you know, the forums on Friday, just the Hukamnama translation on Sunday morning. How much goes on within Gurdwara is fantastic. It needs to be in every Gurdwara, not just in Smede. But, you know, you've seen some of the Sangat come in from where they were at the first to the end. How do you feel about seeing them, Baji?
One thing that's changed is GNG Smevik, especially since you guys, the Sikh youth team, we've all come into the Seva, the youth, that has changed. The whole area has been revolutionized. The whole area of Smevik has been transformed. That those people who used to do these drugs, alcohol, they become Amritari Khalse. They happen in Kirtan, they happen in Seva and the Gurukar. What happens is when we go to these drugs, we feel left out from society. Our family and friends, sometimes they might push us away. And we think we've got no one to turn to. We think, I'm going mental. I've got no friends. I'm by myself. I have to resort to these drugs. But what we don't realize is that there's a whole bunch, unlimited friends sitting at one place. That is the feet of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. When you come to the Guru Kar, every single person is your friend. Every single person is your mother, father, sister, brother, child. And the best friend of all in life, sometimes when we mess up, nashe te lag gaye, sharab peen lag pe, our own mothers and fathers could kick us out the house. Our own family, our husbands, wives could say, get out of here. But there's always one door to turn to. Ek ardas paat ki rat ki, Guru Ramdas rakho saranai. And that's the house of the Guru. The house of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Maharaj is bird. The routine, the maryada, the name, the compassionate nature of Guruji is such that whoever comes to Guruji, no matter what they are, they clean them. You know, like Paji, when a child's playing outside and they get dirty in mud, and the mother will say, Pota aja, tere kapre dino to ke de mana mein, saaf kapre de ma. And then, if someone's dirty and they're going around in the streets, no random person's mother is going to say, let me clean you. She'll always clean her child's clothes. Okay, you go to your mom's house, tell her to wash you. Our Guru is not like that. Our Guru, whoever walks in that door, whoever they are, whether they're a thief, whether they're a criminal, or whether they're a druggie, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, they're still the son of the Guru. And the Guruji picks them up, and through giving them this Bani and Naam and Sangat of the caste to his own children, and that purifies them, and he gives them these beautiful clothes to wear on the inside. Those clothes of Bani and Naam, humility, Sukh, that peace that these drugs and alcohol could never give, as Bhai Guru Kamal Singh just explained. Guru Sahib within an instant gives that Sukh. When we come to him, that's the hardest thing, come to him. Go to the Sikh Youth Facebook page, it's got Deepa Padi's Bhai Kuldeep Singh's number on there. Make that phone call, don't be shy. Sit in a home is not going to achieve anything. Come to the Guru Kar, we are all here for you, and you are all here for us.
Yeah, we've got the text number on the bottom of the phone, off the bottom of the screen, on your screens now. Text your thoughts. We've had a few come in. I'm going to read them out to the panel so they can give some thoughts and feedback, and so can you guys. Carry on texting. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This is one Baji, and he's put, one problem is the Punjabi families where the dad gives the child a taste of sharab at a very young age. The dads think it shows how strong they are if they can drink the most. Okay, that's two comments in one. We've got, your program is brilliant. It's time that our culture embraces the problems it faces. Chardi Kala to all your work. Let's be proud of being Sikh. Pali. Thank you for your text. We got Satsika, you lot, Deepak Cam, all of you boys are doing a great job going out the way to help Sikhs, not just here on the road, but in jail as well, as most of the Sikh boys start taking more drugs inside. If you can make sure you tell, if you can sure to take more support and show them more support. Very good show from Sarah Ahmed. I'm a Pakistani Muslim from Manchester. So we've got loads of texts coming in. Text your thoughts and any questions you want to ask the panel, the viewers, any shows you want us to do again. The Sikh channel is here for you, the Sangat, so we can raise those issues that concern the Punjabi Sikh community. You know, of going out, as we're going out to events up and down the country, people are coming up to me saying, could you speak about this, domestic violence, could you speak about it? Of course we will. All of the shows are lined up slowly each and every week. We're getting the Singhs on, the sisters on, the brothers on as much as we can. We've got some great events happening. There's a 40-day Simran job happening, so you Sangat, get involved, get down to Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smedik. There's a 40-day Simran job happening. 26th of September. It starts on the 26th. I'll get Amandeep to do a few announcements regarding them. We've got a Freshers Fair coming up, a Freshers Week coming up for the Sikh students of the whole of the UK. They'll be coming. So there's some fantastic people who'll be there offering their services and stuff. You know, it's creating solutions. So we can tell everyone, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that, you know, but you're going to provide a solution for these people. They haven't got no social life. They want a social life. You need to interact people. We need to create more events. What kind of events, you know, are going on at the Gurdwara where we're providing solutions, Baji? Just give some feedback.
Okay, so the place to be right now, wherever you want to go, Guru Sahib is at every Guru Kar. The youth across the UK feel that the one place where the voice is heard, where they can come, is Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smedik, which is located in the High Street in Smevik. And at this Guru Kar, we realize Deepa Paji, all the Sikh UK team, every Friday at 6:30 p.m. do a forum in the lecture theatre. The lecture theatre is a 100-seater capacity, state-of-the-art technology in there. It's there for all of us to benefit, advance in Sikhi. And we realize that now's the time that everybody has gone back to universities or they've gone to work or started new jobs. And now they need a bit of time to disconnect from the world. So that's why there's a 40-day Simran job starting on the 26th of September. So in a few days' time, and it's 7 till 8 p.m. every day for 40 days, up to Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Prakash on the 4th of November. For 40 days in the evenings, it's going to be lights out, sitting with Guru Sahib Ji and focusing on that Simran, that one vibration. We know people have come to these Simran jobs and they transformed their lives. For 40 days, they make a commitment that we're not going to drink. And then at the end of the 40 days, they say, you know what, forget it. If I lasted 40 days, so much happiness and sukh, I'll forget this. And Freshers Fair, last year was the revolutionary Freshers Fair. It actually changed Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smedik, the amount of Sangat that started coming. The youth is become a youth hub. And this year again, from the 2nd of October, for 5 days, there will be Freshers Week. And on the 4th of October, there will be a Freshers Fair where universities from across the country will be coming, coaches are coming from Leeds, Leicester, London, Manchester, Coventry, Wolves. All these ends, Sangat is going to be landing. So it's a beinti, do not miss out.
Yeah, we're just getting some more texts coming in. There's hundreds coming in. I'm trying to get as many as I can. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It says it's an absolutely great program in God's will. Brothers, we need more interaction in all the Guru Kars, especially like the Ravidas community. And as there is a lot of issues within the community at the Gurdwara. So, you know, we're getting texts in. We're not here to single out anyone. We're here to bring the community together. You know, the Ravidas community have Bhagat Ravidas is Bani, his Bani's in Maharaj. You know, there's a lot of prachar to go out there into the community. A lot of people don't know. You know, we've got a lot of caste-based Gurdwara. I think it's we need to, you know, bring the communities in where there's issues, where they're asking for support on the texts. You know, we need to bring people in and speak to the community. We can't cut people away. We need to bring them in. We need a bit more unity and ekta.
So, Kampaji, what do you reckon? I mean, obviously you've grown up, as you said, about the Sangat. Why do people actually turn to alcohol and drugs? We've discussed some of the issues, but why do people, we know it's bad, the cigarette say smoking kills. I mean, how much more? And it causes cancer. It causes cancer. They teach you at school, but still they put it in the mouth. Why do you reckon that is, buddy?
It's what you said earlier, society. It's what we see on TV. Something that Dipa raised earlier, dads used to put their finger in the alcohol, put it on the son's tongue. Jate Guru Gobind Singh Ji namara shakaya. Apna sees dekho vaho vaho Gobind Singh ape guru challa. Showed us how to do it. The Guru himself showed us how to do it, and our fathers put the sharab in our mouths. And it's the society around us that brings us towards that way. The direction, the music, the films, everything that we see. Growing up, that's what you try and be. You look up to these models, these role models, and you think, I want to be like that. I want to be street. I want to be like this. You know what I mean, yeah? But we need our heroes like Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pind Ramwale. These are the heroes, the role models that we should be looking up to, who were saying, Nashe Shado, Amrit Shako, Gur Sikh Bano. Hana? And one of the things with
used to go to village to village, helping reform, socially reform Punjab, which was fantastic.
He could just walk through the Pend and the Pend will get socially reformed just by doing his darshan.
But tell us about the story about the horse and the tobacco, the Sangha that don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to come on to that as well. One thing I wanted to say as well, with regards to like we get kids camp, we done our second year at Guru Nanak Gurdwara, 500, 600 kids, yeah? This is where kids can learn prevention is better than cure.
Yeah, definitely.
Prevention's definitely better than cure. Why try and spend so much money trying to cure someone and putting them through that where you can kill it off at the start? And that's what these camps are there for, to get it into the child's head that these things are bad for you and they will mess up your families. Because we've been there through ourselves and we know what kind of state of mind that it puts you in. Going at weddings, seeing your dad's asleep because he's had too much to drink, and then you got to carry him out. You know what I mean? It's the shame. Another question that you had as well on your first text message about why do our brothers compete in drinking?
Yeah.
Hana?
That's what Baji text, I think. Yeah.
That's one of the... We've got this pride thing in our head, in our culture, where what we've been doing recently as well is mixing culture with dharam. Hana? Which there are two separate things. Where our culture was based on our dharam, it seems to be going the opposite direction.
I don't think it's our culture anymore. I think we've adopted a different culture. Punjabi culture had that pride and honor.
It was anarchy.
That's not there no more.
Pinda de vich kidda hunda si pehlo.
But you know, when we try to differentiate this, I think as a community we go wrong. Oh, it's the Punjabiism. It's not. I don't think it is the Punjabiism. It's the negative influence that other cultures have had on Punjabis.
It is right, yeah. Because coming from a Jat background, see my mom may on it. You know when you tell someone, when they used to ask you back at college, what's your caste, and you say, I'm Jat, they used to be like, you don't drink. It's like, a Jat, you can't be a Jat and not drink. That's basically what it was at college. And they'd be just so surprised. But this is what our Guru...
Just a disclaimer, Sangha in Sikhi, Khalsa, Meri, Jat, Rapat. Paji's talking about what people talk about at school. In Sikhi, there's no caste system.
No, there isn't. There isn't a caste.
Paji's talking about what happened at school.
But that's what Amrit teaches us. That's what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj took us away from Jat Path. When he took the Panj Pyare and he took them 5 heads and they became Amrit Dari, it demolished Jat Path.
100% bro. Yeah.
And that's why they were from different backgrounds. Eknaisi, Shimba, Chamar, Jat. Hana? That's what Guru Sahib teaches us. So the main goal in life is to go towards Amrit. Leave all the tobacco field, what Amandeep Singh was talking about, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji da Nilla Koda, he didn't ek kadam nahi rakya tobacco field de vich. Te ota orda hunda si. He used to fly Sangato. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, we can't think they were separate to God. They were God. But they taught us how to live our lives. And that's why they lived it as a human being. But what can't, all the jani janiya antar jami, है ना? की नहीं कर सकते सी, पर की वार गए साडे ले, सरबंस दानी, सब कुछ वार गया, ते आपा केड़े पासे लगे पे हैं, कहना उन्होंने आपा उन्होंने show करके, this one girl, I read a story recently, she was given an ultimatum by her dad. She goes, basically, we can do a big wedding, showcase in front of everyone. On the other hand, what I can do, instead of doing a massive wedding, I can put that money on a mortgage. And the girl goes, you know what, Dad, you're right. He goes, who are you going to do all the show for? Them people aren't going to care about you after. They're going to come for that one day, enjoy the celebration, drink as much as they can, get laid out on the floor, and then go home. And then go home. And that's what we've grown up seeing. She took the option 2, Dad, you know what, let's put it on the mortgage, we'll have a small wedding.
Long term, safer, you know, security for herself, less stress in life.
Of course.
And, you know, as a family, you should probably have a stronger family to spend more time with her kids, you know, less hours at work.
Doing the overtime.
Most of the house is done. You know, and they can focus on their kids. Why? because you said earlier, prevention is better than the cure. You know, there's a lot of vulnerable people out there where their parents are working all the time, guys.
That's right.
Yeah, they're working all the hours God sends because they have to provide for the houses, for the cars, for the laptops, for all the gadgets in the house, to keep their kids in education, just to provide ends meet sometimes. You know, so how, you know, those vulnerable people out there, what kind of message, look, this is a show about the alcohol and drugs and the tips and the warning. What kind of message, how can we warn these vulnerable people who are going to go to uni, who have started university now, college, people on Freshers Week, you know, I know of things that have happened, yeah, where a person's gone out, she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she starts university. She was influenced to go out like edged and pushed
peer pressure,
all the way from her peers around her, you know, like you just said, peer pressure, from her peers around her who were living with her maybe, and they were used to going out, and the first time she went out, never drank in her life, she had a soft drink, and somebody spiked her drink. After that, what happened to her was horrific. Yeah? It's not just about the alcohol and drugs, it's about the environments, and this is what I wanted to get back to. If you're in those environments, of course you're at risk. I'm not saying it's not risk at any place, but it's more likely. Why? Because the perpetrators go to these sorts of environments.
That's right.
Most of the time, perpetrators of these crimes, like date rape and stuff, are the ones, like, them and their team are the ones who are making the event. They're like the promoters, they're like the DJs, or you know, they're part of that industry, you know, as in such, and they perpetrate. What sort of message, like, I want to ask both of you to give to those vulnerable people who are starting college and university, who have started now, and people are edging them to go, and, you know, they're forced to, in a way, choose a lifestyle that maybe they don't want. They're here for studying, but they're going to end up doing other things. What sort of warnings would you give out there?
It's a bainty to all of our brothers and sisters out there. Sometimes you might move away from home just to experience that vibe or that high of life, when you know that your mata and pitaji looked after you so well at home, but you know that there was a bit of restrictions at home and you want a bit of freedom to try the world. But you know what? At the end of the day, the mother and father always think best for the child. And we've been through university, we know what happens at university. Even whilst at university, there were some sisters in our class that were at risk, they were about to do things wrong, and I did a bainty to them, please do not go with these people, stay away. And all of these brothers are here, we know that these Gursikhs here, they've been up to the top of the country, up to the right to the bottom of the country, when they've got one phone call from a sister that I need help. If you think you're in any sort of trouble, we are here, we will come to you. But it's a bainti hath jod ke, that recognize who you are, we need to recognize who we are. Our father is Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj. When Sri Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj Ji sacrificed his 4 sons, our father, our brothers were shaheed, and they came back to Mataji. Mataji said, where are my 4 sons? What did Maharaj say? In putran ke sees par var diye sut char mue to kya hua jeevat lakh hazar. Maharaj pointed at the Sad Sangat and said, don't worry, for a shaheed, hundreds of thousands are still alive. And who are those hundreds of thousands, Sangaji? It's you. It's all the brothers and sisters, it's all of us. And when we look in the mirror, we should think that, do I look like my Guru? Because when you go to university or wherever you are with the star, you'll know that, you know like, Band paya mere Satguru pure. You realize that I belong to Guruji now. You realize that I've got an image, a reputation to live up to. You're bound now by the Guru. And if you sit at home, just close your eyes and look in the mirror of the mind and reflect that, what am I doing? When you come to Sad Sangat, as Deepa Paji's already said, that your mind automatically undergoes a spiritual awakening. The conscious level rises, Vivek Buddhi is obtained, the ability to intuitively and innovatively decide what is the right thing to do. Because the mind always has sankalpas and vikalpas. It raises two sides. You will say, go and do this, or don't do this. And when we haven't got the Naam and Bani, we'll go for the bad option that will take us away from Guruji. Guruji loves us as a father and mother. What science is saying now, smoking kills. 300 years ago, when Amar Sanchar was done at 1699 on the 30th of March, Anandapur Sahib, Maharaj says, Jagat Jhootha, this is the most dirtiest thing in the whole world, is tobacco. Why? Because our father loves us. When our father is saying, don't drink shrab, Maharaj is saying, Baba, hor khana khushi khwar, jit khada hai tan pidiya, man meh chala hai vikar. That eating this, your mind will not be in control. All these bad thoughts will take you over. Then you'll end up doing something which you never wanted to do. So if we didn't go to that club to get that soft drink, that bad thing wouldn't have happened. But it's only when we realize what Guruji is thinking for us, our safety, and we follow Guruji's advice, then we can be saved. Come to the Sad Sangat Sangaji. Come to Freshers Fair. Make friends and be saved.
That's it. It's about Sangat.
Sangat is everything.
It's about prevent. It's about warning people of the dangers. We can't be everywhere, and we can't help
100%.
the world as a Panth right now. I wish we were strong enough as a Panth too, but as a Panth we physically can't right now. Yeah, as a community we need a bit more strength, we need a bit more Bani, we need a bit more manpower, we need a bit more Sangat out there. People get involved. Sangat, you've got the text numbers at the bottom. Go on social media, contact us direct. Facebook, Sikh Youth Birmingham, Sikh Youth UK, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Check us out, see what goes on day to day. Get involved. Text the number, give your details, say what skill sets you have, get involved. If you're a counsellor as a professional, get involved, volunteer, help, do peer support, mentoring in your area. You know, if you're students out there and you want a hobby while you're at university instead of going clubbing, you know, get involved. There's so much that can be done. You know, come on the show, talk about your experiences. This platform is yours. We are the youth. This Sikh Youth Show is for you, the Sangat out there, to get involved. We've got so many texts coming in. I cannot physically read them out. There's so many coming, giving.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, there's so much going on out there. And, you know, it's fantastic what's going on, but get involved. All of you guys, get involved. Baji, go on.
Just one more thing, as Baji saying about university. One thing that we should take our duty upon ourselves is to look out for each other.
Definitely.
So even if you're the quietest person, whether you're Amritari or not, that doesn't really make much difference. If you're Amritari, you got greater duty. But you know what? Look out for the brothers and sisters in your class. So if someone says, I'm going to the club, I'm going to say, look, why don't we go here instead? There's a program at Guru Nanak Gurdwara Samadhi, there's a program at the local Gurdwara. Look out for each other. If you see that there's a group of people belonging to, you know, a different community, trying to groom someone or try to take them away, with them, stand up and say, hey, I think you should step away. And if they're not listening, phone someone from the Sikh Youth team. These guys have spent so many years putting their life on the line, but they've saved so many brothers and sisters. So just be in contact with Sikh Youth.
Yeah, as Baji said, you know, university has started. We've already had a case, a couple of calls come from up north. You know, there's a lot happening right now at Freshers, and people need to get engaged and let us know what is going on. Like, there was a Birmingham University, one of the Birmingham universities, Freshers Fairs, and there was apparently taxi drivers there with a stall, okay, and then there was others giving cards to random guys. I've got the text here, I want to show the things as well at the same time, and there was a text that come just before we started the show. They asked us to mention it, so I'm going to mention it. And you know, there was somebody there, they started talking to this Benji, trying to say, look, use us for taxi services. They were giving a card, they didn't have no stalls there, nothing, they were just there giving their details away, trying to mould. And this is one of the key signs of grooming. I think our community has been raising this for 40 years, and I know Baji just said it. You know, taxi drivers have a key thing in this. Not all taxi drivers, but a lot do. And if they're preying on students, they know they're the perpetrators, a lot of them, who are part of these gangs. You know, you can just Google it yourself. I don't have to give you the facts and figures. Do it yourself. Look in Google, type in taxi drivers, grooming gangs. You'll see how many pop up in your areas, you know, that have been convicted. You know, I don't have to keep being repetitive. We all know we shouldn't turn a blind eye to it. Don't accept lifts of strangers. If your friends do while they're out drinking, make sure they're texting you and staying in. Make sure they know what sort of cab they're going in. They know they're going out with the right people. Make sure they've got the details of the taxi driver and the registration plate and the company. Of all these things, just to be vigilant and alert. You know, even when they're out, don't leave their drinks unattended. Not condoning anyone going out, by the way. Just these little tips. Make sure they know what they're doing while they're going out. Never leave their drink unattended. Don't return to the same drink. You know, if the brothers and sisters are going out, just keep an eye on each other while you're out.
That's right.
While you're out. You know, I can't physically stop you. You know, in an ideal world, we wish you wouldn't go, but you know, one day Maharaj might do kirpa and you will come into the Sangat. And you know, while you're watching the show and somebody shares it, one of your family members to you, please do watch and share the video as well. You know, get involved, but while you're out, just keep an eye on each other. if you do. Try and reassure people that they're safe in the community within, you know, and if there's any dangers or alerts, let us know. You know, I'm going to go to Cam. He speaks to some of the cases. He's come on patrols. We've done patrols at universities recently, and we've done this for the last few years just to keep an eye and try and reassure the students while they're here. When they've come to Birmingham in the Midlands, any time that there's reassurance from the local Sangatana, and I think families out there need that. So we'll carry on doing what we do. Any ideas you want us to do, anything you want us to push and stress out there, text us your thoughts. The team will get back to you as soon as they can. Cam, give your thoughts to the viewers about like the Freshers Week and any tips and hints they could have.
Yeah, just basically what you were saying, Dippe. Look over one another's shoulder, be hostile, be aware of your surroundings, know what's happening. Use licensed taxi drivers, people that you can trust, that who are actually who they say they are. One of the things I wanted to raise as well, I've been reading Pavitra Jeevan of Sant Baba Kartar Singh Ji Khalsa Pindaran Wale. It said, one of the main thing in there caught my, he used to say, Aram haram. Yeah? Being lazy, being tired all the time, aram haram. Yeah? It's haram. It's bad. Yeah? Being lazy. So keep yourself active. Join, get involvement with Sikh Youth UK. Go to the Gurdwara, go to your local Sangat, and always be proactive in what you're doing. Because there's always seva at the Gurdwara to do. Always. Seva never wants at the Gurdwara. That's one thing we know, yeah? So you want to make sure you're there, you're proactive, you have less sleep, you talk less, and you do more. You understand what I'm saying, yeah?
Definitely.
And, you know, one thing just got... But yeah, Aram Haram, that's one of the things I want you lot to remember, that Sant Baba Kartar Singh Ji that you always used to say.
Yeah, Tiki, and look, we're talking about the tips and hints on alcohol and drugs while you're not just at Union College, even if you're going to events with your family at the weekend. You know, I remember one Freshers, I was in a random shop and I was just going to get some bits and bobs, and I saw a daughter going out for Freshers, and her mum was buying her the shrab and going out with her. That was the hal of it. So that's what I've witnessed personally, you know. So we don't know what's going on out there, and we're not here to put people down. But we are seeing elements where it can cause negativity and down a road where you wouldn't want to go. Like I said earlier, I'm not talking like I don't know. I've been there myself. Some of the brothers have been there themselves. You know, some of the sisters have been there themselves that can come and talk. You know, we don't want you going down these roads where you're so vulnerable and more. It is about prevent, but obviously we will try and support and show, you know, like the cure side of things. We'll try and do as much as we can as a project. And we are far-stretched, but we will do as much as we can within our capacity. Amandeep, any thoughts to the viewers?
Ek benti si Punjabi ch vi karni hai कि शराब the sharab is so bad, right? Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj कहते बवरजत कीता, why have Maharaj stopped this? ये शराब पी के घर विच लड़ाइयां पैंदियां. Husbands and wives, Punjabi, if you're born into a Sikh family, Guru Gobind Singh says, if you hit a woman, you're not my son. People abuse their wives, wives abuse their husbands. There's so much place in people's families in Punjabi backgrounds. That's why these Gursikhs are out here on TV in the middle of the night, giving up their time to wake up the Panth. People abuse their families, kate over one bottle of a drink, which ruins us. Bik hai bik khai. What does Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj say in the Pavitra Bani of Chitra Pakhyan? Maharaj says, Nij nari ke saath nit tum neho badaiyo, par nari ki sej pool supne ho na jaiyo. Maharaj says, if you're married, right, with your own wife, daily increase your love. Stay with prem at home. Stay at prem with your family. Even in your dream, do not think about another wife's, another person's bed. And when we have shrab, it distorts our mind. Maharaj kehande prem de naal raho. So je tusi ghar shrab pinde a, je shrab di ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਫਿਰ ਘਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਾਈ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਘਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਾਈ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਇਹ ਮਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਭਾਉਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ. ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੀ ਛੱਡੋ, ਚੀਜ਼ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਸੁੱਖ ਆਊਗਾ. ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਦੇ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਰਹਿਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਪੜਿਆ ਕਰੀਏ. ਜੇ ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਘਰ ਸੁੱਖ ਵਸਿਆ, ਬਾਹਰ ਸੁੱਖ ਪਾਇਆ. ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਮੰਤਰ ਦ੍ਰਿੜਾਇਆ, ਇਹ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗੀ.
Okay, so we're, you know, Baji's being very intellectual out there, giving you some great gyan and giving you some good in life. A lot of people wouldn't give this good in it, and this is the point that, you know, the things are going out their way. Like Baji said, people are out there at the time. People take time out to try and raise these awareness. We're going up and down the country to different Gurdwara universities, you know, for as much as we can to prevent you guys going down these roads, doing these awareness talks, yeah. And so if you need to get in touch with us, book us in your local area. Us Singhs will come, the sisters will come, we'll all come down. We'll do like the dangers in modern society. This is what it's about. It's not just about the grooming. It's not just about the conversions. It's not just about the alcohol and drugs. It's about a lot, and you know, it covers a lot. So we can do it in English, Baji, in Punjabi. We can do it, cover the Sangat so they understand what the dangers are out there, so their kids know what the dangers are out there. Baji was on about prem and love in the house. That family that prays together stays together. This is what it's about. Reras together, Sham nu Kirtan Swilla, and in the morning Nitnem. As much as you can as a family, do it. If you want to tune in, you know, like people listening to the radio to listen to Nitnem and stuff, go on the Sikh Youth Birmingham page. Every morning 5 a.m. on the Facebook page, there's Nitnem live. 6 p.m. Reras live. And then in the evening 10 p.m. Kirtan Swilla live on our Facebook. Tune in, get interacted as a family. Sit there, do your part together. It'll be great to sit down, put your gadgets down, the phones down, the TV off, you know, the iPads on mute, and crack on and do part together. How? Why would that build a strong foundation in the house? Because you're sitting, you're coming together, and then after that you notice, like Baji was on about earlier, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj said, have the nasha of Naam. You know, it's not about the sharab, it's not about going out for a couple of pints after work or going for a glass of wine with your friends and socially. You save money, you're building your family, your futures, and you're coming together. But you could lead, you can invite your cousins round. You could even go to the Gurdwara after and do a bit of seva. You know, the local Gurdwara always needs seva done, you know. Go do that humble seva that needs to be done in the Gurdwara. Get involved in your community. If our Gursikhs, if our Punjabi brothers out there and sisters out there get involved in the community, we have to be proactive. We will take the punt forward if we all get involved. You know, we got our last thoughts, last couple of minutes for the show. So, guys, last thoughts and any messages out there to the viewers on the Sangat.
26th of September, 40 days in Punjab starts. Guru Nanak Gurdwara Samadik is the place to be. 7 p.m. Sari Sangat Darshan. Then if you've never experienced the high of Kirtan Naam, land at GNG Smavik, I may promise you, Akha Band Kaleo, Bebe Nanaki, Jathine Pella, then Seva Karniya. Oh, Nand Aoga, just Sari Jendagi Jinish Rapi, you know, the Barabar Vini Ponch Lakui. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji
Cam, last thoughts?
Yeah, with freshers coming up, just be vigilant, be careful, like I was saying earlier, and don't, if you do feel like you're getting peer pressured, remember we are always here. You can always talk to us. Don't do anything that someone makes you, that you don't feel comfortable doing. Always make sure it's your own choice. And remember, one thing we always used to say as well is, if we're something behind our mom and dad's back, we know it's wrong. Yeah? So we wanna go on that right virtues. We wanna do the right stuff. We wanna like a surrounding all around us that gives good effects off to everyone, which the Naam, the Simran, and the 40-day Naam Simran as well. Do it at home when you wake up. Do Simran when you wake up. Hana? Do Simran, Mool Mantar, Gur Mantar, Sara Karna. You watch your life render, how it changes, and you watch how you feel after. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you to all the viewers out there for tuning into the Sikh channel, Sky 829, each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. I want to thank my panel, Bhai Amandeep Singh and Bhai Gurkamal Singh. I want to thank all of you guys for your texts, your thoughts. I want to thank you, the Sangat, for tuning in and sharing our show. You know, sharing our show with the viewers and the brothers and sisters out there. Keep tuning in. Anything you need from the brothers, text us, message us, get involved on our social medias. You know, any events you want done in your colleges, schools, universities, in your local Gurdwara, call us, get in contact so we can help you raise awareness of those taboo issues in the Punjabi Sikh community. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next Wednesday. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.